All right, so again here, the state of Texas, 44%. We actually did really well in 2019, so we're hitting the 90% passing back in 2019. But we still don't do well on these. The main reason being is that we're not using tiles. And I think we know that already. So again, here, I got negative 8x plus 40 is greater than negative 16. So if I go that minus 40, this is where we have an issue. I would still model this. I would still say, you know what, I got plus 40. You know, these are my, these are base 10 blocks right here. I'm little 10s on there. And then say to get rid of them, I just make them negative, right? And just kind of shade them in. And then over here, I got a negative 10 and then 16, right? So 3 more on this side. So when these guys come over, nothing cancels, right? At least use the tile representation and give me that part. So the kids are struggling there, you can at least do that part. Because the numbers are getting big. And that's done intentionally because the state does eventually want the kids to drop all this, right? So we get negative 8x greater than negative 6. They're both negative, right? So if you can visualize it over here with the tiles, I'm just going to use a real quick representation. It doesn't have to be anything, if I have a negative x, let's see if it lets me here, it is negative x, and I say, man, this guy is equal to 2, right? What do I do? Actually, let's make it a symbol greater than or equal to, or less than. It doesn't matter. Whenever we get this, we go, okay, now you're going to be positive, and now you're going to be negative, but you now get flipped, and I'll see if I'm going to flip it or not. Nah, I want to flip it, but it becomes this, all right? You get flipped. That's what's going to happen over here. We start going to those rules. So you know what? And I tell my students, once you understand that little rule, that becomes 8x, this becomes less than, that becomes 56. Now you can divide by what? 8. At that point, you can use the tiles represented. You can do whatever you need to do. I will do my division using the area model. 8 times 5, not 50, chicken genius, 5. 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, so 56 minus 40 is 16. 8 times 2 is 16. So 7. But it's going to be less than 7. So my answer is B. And is that my answer in the state test? Yes, because it's less than. It'd be going from greater than to less than. When you use the tiles enough and you start showing that flip with the tiles, right? That flip with the tiles, you already know that this is a negative coefficient. Nothing else out here is going to mess with it. This will become less than, and this will become 8x once you get to that second to last step. So you already know that it's not A and it's not C. And once you get to your work and you start figuring out that you're going to have 56 out here, you already know that's the answer. It can't be 3. And then your graph looks like this. Here's your 7. It's open, and anything less than, so anything to the left. And there you go. Easy stuff, guys.